Hello, my friends. It's so nice to see you. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother, and it's Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. Before we even go there, though, I want to remind you we have a class tonight. It is a hybrid class. You can join us here in person in Palm City if you happen to be local, or online on Zoom. Tickets are available on my website, Personal Healing with Tarot. How to use tarot as a tool of personal healing. Just go to my website, Christiana Gaudet, to get your tickets, and there's a link in the description to get a ticket. The class is 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, so I hope you will join us and learn some really great ways of using tarot as a tool for healing for yourself and for others. I also want to say thank you to all the members who joined us for our live stream. That was on Tuesday. Hot Button Tarot. We went through a lot of stuff. We learned a lot. If you are a member and you weren't there, definitely watch the replay. It was a lot of fun. And please do notice, if you look here on my YouTube channel, I have our classes, meetups, and members-only live streams scheduled out through the end of June. So check them, mark them, set the bells on them so you don't miss them. I want to thank you all for being here. And if you happen to be new here, thanks. Please do subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when we go live. So, Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter. It's weekly. You can tell that by the title. It comes out every Wednesday in your inbox. Do you get it? If you don't, why not? You can go to my website and you can read the newsletter and subscribe. Newsletters are archived on the website, so you can read all the back issues as well. But why not subscribe and get it every Wednesday morning? We do a different topic each week. And this week, our topic is In Tune with the Moon. There is a new moon coming up this Saturday, and I thought it would be fun to talk about, just a little bit about spirituality as regards the moon. We just had Easter and Passover, and of course, both of those holidays are keyed to the moon. Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon, after the vernal equinox. And in Judaism, there's many, many rituals around the moon and observing the phases of the moon. Pretty much every world religion has holidays and festivals associated with the moon. And so we talked about in the newsletter why it's important to be in tune with the moon. That when you attune yourself to the phases of the moon, you attune yourself to the cycles of nature. And you attune yourself to the power that is available to you. Horace Van Dun says there's a major lunar eclipse this new moon. That is a fabulous thing. Tell us everything you know about it in 200 characters or less, Horace Van Dun. Really appreciate that. So, in the newsletter, I spoke a bit about the moon card in tarot, which is in and of itself a really interesting topic. And I spoke about, in sort of Western esoteric magic, we broadly use moon phases, the waning moon, the waxing moon, right? The idea that from the new moon to the full moon is a time for manifesting. As the moon is growing, so we can grow things in our own lives. And then the time after the full moon, before the new moon, the waning moon, we use that energy to banish things, to dismiss things from our lives. So as the moon is growing smaller, so we can make things grow smaller in our lives. And, that's like Moon Magic 101, real basic stuff. But it gives us a lot to talk about, and it gives us a lot to divine over. What is it that you want to manifest in your life? What is it that you want to release in your life? since the new moon is coming, starting with the new moon and right up to the full moon, a time of manifestation. So that's what's right at hand. But if you want to wait a couple of weeks, it's going to be time for that banishing and diminishing. Okay, Justine says eclipse portal opens with this new moon. I want to know what that means. What is an eclipse portal? I feel like a lot of times we use these terms like everyone knows what they mean, and half the time I don't know what they mean. What is an eclipse portal, and where is it, and how do I find it, and what do I do with it? Let us know. Please share your wisdom with us. We really, really appreciate it. Okay, so anyone who has anything they want to share about this particular new moon and what you know about it and how people can work with it, we are all ears. We are very, very excited to learn from you. That's something I love about our members and our subscribers of this channel, is you're so generous with your knowledge. And so here comes Horse Fan Don. Thank you for being here, and thanks for being a member here. New moon in Taurus conjunct North Node, hence the eclipse. North Node energizes release and entry into a new phase of development. So there we go, that whole concept of welcoming something new. What new thing do you want to manifest in your life? That's a beautiful thing. Justine, is that what you mean by the eclipse portal? And Justine, and thank you so much for being a new member here. We really appreciate you. It's said to be a window of time where deep transformation takes place. Beautiful. That is a fabulous thing. And so that's something we can look at too, deep transformation. What sort of deep transformation are you working toward? Are you hoping for? So I thought it was very appropriate that we use Moonchild Tarot here today. But full disclosure, Moonchild Tarot, I love the cards. I don't love everything about it. And one of the things I don't love about it is, get ready for a rant, it comes with these 3 extra cards. Now, a tarot designer can do whatever the heck they want. It's their deck. But I don't love extra cards. These extra cards, shadow work, Moonchild, divine wisdom. And, you know, I found when I have cards, when I have decks with extra cards and I leave the extra cards in, they do tend to come up in very profound ways. So no shame if you want to use them. But I argue that I have never seen an extra card in a deck that really means something different than what you can get from the original 78 cards. Divine wisdom. Why not the Hermit? Why not the High Priestess? Moonchild. Why not the Chariot? Why not the Moon? Shadow work. Why not the Moon? Why not the Hermit? Why not the Devil? So there's my rant. But I'm sure if we use those cards, they would come up in very profound ways, because these things do. Okay, Justine, I love the rants. You know, I've started a whole new playlist of rants, and I think I'm just going to give you rants from time to time. I do. Okay. And Chara, I thought it was a solar eclipse with the black moon. I don't even know what a black moon is. And to be honest with you, I have not paid a whole lot of attention to eclipses. And that would probably be a great newsletter topic, because I would have to research it. And I count on y'all to give me new newsletter topics. So I'm going to look at upcoming eclipses and maybe do a newsletter about it. It's a great thing. Nesty, so nice to see you, and thank you so much for being a new member here. May 2nd is considered to be the luckiest day of the year in sidereal astrology. Am I pronouncing that correctly? The time in the light of moon and sun is highest. I don't know much about it other than it's a good time for manifesting. Woohoo! That is wonderful. I love that. Oh, Chara, thank you, thank you, thank you. The black moon is the second new moon of the month. Oh my gosh, right, which this is. We know that a blue moon is the second full moon of the month. The black moon is the second new moon of the month, which this indeed is. Oh my gosh, applause, applause, applause for Chara and applause for all of us for learning something new, if indeed you just learned something new like I did. I love it. Okay, total lunar eclipse is the 15th to 16th of May. Horst Van Dunn, thank you for that. And Chara, thank you so much for being a member here. We really appreciate you. Okay, total lunar eclipse, 15 to 16 May. So that gives me time to research it and do a newsletter on it. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So any of y'all want to enlighten me about lunar eclipses? I'm not even sure like I understand what a lunar eclipse is. Anyone want to enlighten me? Shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will do the research. Thank you so much. Solar eclipse in Taurus on the 30th of April. So new moon with a solar eclipse. Cool. All right. Very good. Very good. That is a great thing. Thank you for that, Horst Van Dunn. Really appreciate that. So I could have done this whole newsletter on the solar eclipse, but I didn't because I was in the mood to talk about the moon. And so that's what we're doing. And now I thought it was really interesting. Ashtanga Yoga. Do any of you practice Ashtanga? Ashtanga Yoga is not practiced on the new moon and the full moon. And the reason they say is this: the more attuned that you become spiritually, ostensibly like by practicing Ashtanga, which is typically done 7 days a week, 6 or 7 days a week, the more you're sensitive to the energies of the moon. And since the energies of the moon are strongest on the full and new moon, you're going to be more likely to injure yourself. And Ashtanga is a very rigorous yoga practice. So that's why it's not practiced on the new and full moon. I have also noticed that when I'm really paying attention to the moon, looking at the moon every day, really, working with the energy of the moon, it really does, it changes you. It changes you physically. It changes you in a lot of ways. It does really attune you in a particular way. So I do encourage that practice. Okay, Justine. Potent transformation. The lunar eclipse happens at the next full moon in May, and this is also the time that the eclipse portal closes. Gotcha. Nesty, thank you. Great to be here with you all. It's the Eastern Indian astrology. Good stuff. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. The thing is, I'm here on this channel purporting to be an expert in a particular tarot tradition. I'm not even going to say I'm an expert in tarot in general. I'm an expert in a particular tarot tradition, which is the Waite-Smith tradition. And I am absolutely an expert in operational tarot, in working with tarot and doing tarot readings. I will own that fully, and that's why I'm here on this channel. All of this sort of adjacent stuff, not necessarily an expert. And so there are many of you who may be more expert than I am. And this is why I really appreciate your wisdom. And I appreciate this opportunity for us to get together and learn from one another. All right. So let's do some readings. That's the part I'm an expert on. And we are going to be reading about, questions about what do you want to manifest in this new moon cycle? Now that we recognize this opportunity for transformation, thank you for that, my friends and members. What transformation do you need? Is there something you really want to manifest? We work on manifestation from the new moon to the full moon. We work on manifestation. And that's something, if you do ceremony or ritual on new moon and full moon, Which is the most powerful for manifestation? That's something like fights can break up about in spiritual groups. Fights can break out about. Because there are those who say, plant your seeds on the new moon. But of course, people who are specifically Wiccan go back to the charge of the goddess. Whenever you have need of something, and better it be when the moon is full. So the idea of doing manifestation work on the full moon. So no right or wrong answers. Everyone has their own tradition, but we can understand how logical it is that as the moon is growing, it is a time for you to grow things. So what do you want to grow? What do you want to release? If you want to do releasing work, you may be able to do that as part of this special transformation during this time of the lunar eclipse. And also now, like with the solar eclipse, which is coming up too at the time of the new moon, that's an interesting thing. People have different magical ideas around the solar eclipse. Some people are just like, don't do magic on the eclipse. No, no, no. Other people feel it as a strengthening. Other people see it as really doing work to let your light show, to let your light shine, to not allow others to eclipse you. So everyone has their own traditions. We're asking questions around that kind of stuff. So some of you have gotten your questions in. If you have not, put them in. I will take them in the order that I see them. And again, a special shout out to all of our members. We know who the members are because their names are in green. Members are people making a monthly commitment to this channel, and we really do appreciate that. We appreciate all of you. There's lots of ways to support this channel. If you have not subscribed, please do. Please tell your friends about what we're doing here and ask them to join us. Please like this video. All right, let me go here. There we go. Gonna get rid of that. Gonna bring this over here. All right, let's get to the first question. White Magic Witch, what should I do to manifest commitment in my life? All right. You know, I think there is a lot you have to release. You need to do, you want to manifest the commitment, but when it's time, whenever it's time in your tradition to do releasing work, you have to release pain from the past, fear, worry that it's not going to happen, difficult things from childhood. There's a lot you have to release. And what you need to do is find balance within your own life. To manifest a commitment in your life, you must be committed to your own healing and your own balance in life. That's what you need to do. So, I mean, you could simply do work at this new moon to welcome something in, but I think you would do best to welcome in balance. And as we get to a time for releasing, to release hurts of the past, I think that would help you a great deal. Chara, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. What do I need to let go of so I can move forward, more sure of the direction I'm going? I love that question, and that is a beautiful thing. And perhaps this portal of transformation is a good time to do it. Otherwise, wait till after the full moon, either way. What you need to let go of is anything that keeps you from believing in your own strength, your own capability, your own ability, your own intuition, your own creativity, your own beauty. In short, anything that keeps you from believing in yourself, that's what needs to go. Okay, and let me just scroll down and see any... Oh, Justine, thank you for that. You're so humble. I love your outlook. We will never stop learning no matter what level we're at. Well, exactly. That is the whole point. And no one's an expert on anything. I mean, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. No one's an expert on everything. And tarot is such a complex topic that it would be really hard, maybe Mary Greer on a scholarly level would be, really adept at the wisdom of all tarot traditions, maybe. Um, and okay, so lots of questions. We will continue to take them in the order that we see them. And the next up is Pamela's insight. Current cycle up for me is vulnerability and trust. What do I need to know to navigate this cycle? How can I use this moon energy to heal and open the heart for partnership and relationships? I love that so much, Pamela. Thank you for that. All right. So, in terms of what to manifest right now, manifest the idea that you are smart enough. How do we want to put this? Like, okay, if you're using this time for transformation and release the burdens that are not yours, right? If we're using this as a time of manifesting, manifest your own permission and knowledge to discern when something is yours and when it isn't. When it's yours to carry, when it's yours to worry about, when it's yours to take on, and when it is not. Okay, what else? Honestly, right now, this minute, as we go into a time of manifestation, manifesting your own ability to simply have moments of joy. Just to be in joy for a moment. Joy at creation, joy at beauty, joy at a song that you like, joy at a delicious meal, whatever it is, just to manifest joy in the moment. No one's going to be joyful all the time, but to experience and acknowledge your own joy would be helpful. All right. Horse fan done. So happy to see you. Of course, we're watching your cards really carefully here because you noticed an interesting pattern in our Monday cards. We'll see what happens here today. We're going to be watching yours very carefully. And thank you so much for being a member here. We really appreciate you. Okay. The Hierophant. Manifest your knowledge of your power, your strength, your authority, your ability, your spiritual ability, your intellectual ability, your creative ability. Somehow I thought that should be some sort of a song or something. I don't know. But seriously, step into your power now. That's what it's all about for you. And I think sometimes you have a hard time commanding your power because you have no desire to have power over people, and you've been given over your life too much responsibility over people. But stepping into your spiritual power and thinking about what that looks like and what that means to you, that is what it is all about for you, my friend. And in that, finding your truth and not letting anyone take your truth from you. And all of this is about ancestral healing, family healing, and in that, believe it or not, removing some of the things that have made the accumulation of wealth difficult for you, and removing that. I know that feels weird, but it's all there. It's all there. All right. Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Peggy Lou Levens, nice to see you. Thank you both for being members here. All right, Allie Mammon, so happy to see you. Does Spirit want me to use moon magic to end the cycle I've been in for 13 years? If so, how do I put this into practice? What a great question. So this is a compound question. And for those of you who were in the live stream The members only live stream. This is a really teachable moment, so pay attention, all ye who read tarot. There was a question about questions and specific questions versus non-specific questions and all of that. And this is an interesting thing. And that Four of Swords tells me we need to dive into this some. So first of all, do you need, like, there's moon magic and then there's the end of the cycle. Now, the Four of Swords tells me there's more here. But the Four of Swords would also say, yes, end the cycle. Because there's really two questions there. Is it time to end this cycle of 13 years? Oh, heck yes, heck yes. The Four of Swords said yes, but this says heck yes. It is time to end the cycle. Yes, yes, yes. Is moon magic a way to do that? You see what I did there? I broke that one question into two. Yes, 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 and especially at the full moon. How did I get that? Well, this just looks like a full moon, doesn't it? Like you can do work, do the transformational work, do the manifestation work up to the full moon. And at the full moon, declare yourself free. Manifest your freedom from this cycle. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. And then do the things in your mundane life that confirm that. So here's what I mean by that. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. A person who put a lot of time and energy and money into this special psychic healer to help them quit smoking, did the work, and on the way back from that session went and bought a pack of cigarettes. Do the mundane things that you have to do that go along with, the new thing. And the question is, if you're ending one cycle, what is the new cycle? Do you know? Do you know what that new cycle looks like? See, there's a third question from that question. And the new cycle is about balance. It's about how you serve others and how you allow others to serve you. Reciprocity. All right, so thank you for letting us have a teachable moment with you, Allie. Okay. Okay, just scrolling through, making sure I don't miss any questions. Okay, Carrie Dunnick, so nice to see you. Okay, thanks for the new knowledge. I was wondering what the cards have to say about what's in the shadows for me that I should shed some light on. I love that, I love that, I love that. All right. The possibility that after all of the hurt and all of the difficulty and all of the sadness, to some point, really feeling unfair, like you've had more sadness than a person should, to move past all of that and recognize that it is possible to have new happiness. That although you have lost some things and you have had horrible, unfair, terrible loss and have done a great job just keeping on, but to understand that you can hope for, you can wish for, and you can manifest new, solid, stable, real happiness, wealth, partnership, family, all of the good things that you have lost, things that you can gain again, and that's possible. What's in the shadows here is your belief that that might not be able to happen. What you need to shine a light on is like, bingo, yes, it can happen. And so mote it be. Okay, Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What do I need to work on manifesting this new moon? The Five of Wands reversed. The Hermit reversed. And the Page of Cups. I think this has to do with dealing with other people, working with other people, friends, family members, that could be out in the community, it could be in your own home, that you come at everything with love, but you have to have boundaries and you have to have lines in the sand and you have to feel safe in those things to feel safe with other people. And so learning how to be strong in yourself, to know what the boundaries should be and to draw the boundaries. Hope that makes sense. Peggy Lou Levens, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What do I need to manifest and transform this new moon? I just overscrolled. Hang on a minute. Choo, 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 choo. There you are, Peggy Lou. Okay. What do I need to manifest and transform this new moon? Peggy Lou, I think there is deep ancestral healing. I think that, frankly, part of the reason that you let other people sort of be mean to you and manipulate you and get away with stuff is because you were trained for it. And that could go back generations. I think you could release that. And do the ancestral work to release it over a period of time, not just one day, but over a period of time. So manifesting the courage and the knowledge to do the transformational ancestral work. That's what I would say. All right. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What do I need to manifest during this new moon and solar eclipse? What's hidden that I should be aware of? And how should I work through it? Okay, so what to manifest during the new moon? Anything in the world that you want, my friend. The world is yours. Figure out what you want and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to know what you want. Maybe that. What's hidden that you should be aware of? Fear. Fear, and to some extent, maybe lack of belief in yourself. And you work through that by manifesting everything that you need to know your own worth, your own value, your own intelligence. That's what this is all about for you. I can say it every which way, but that's what it's all about. All right, Nesty, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a new member here. What should I manifest this time? What you need to manifest, in my opinion, based on the cards that I see here, the ability to take difficult things and turn them into good things. Patience. Creativity. Okay. I think this is all about manifesting first and foremost your understanding that you have a right to be happy in your life. Your understanding that you are creative. Your understanding that you are strong and powerful. You know, very much like what I just said to Jackie, actually. Figure out what you want and go get it. You need to manifest the idea that you have a right to want things and to get what you want, and that you have the ability to do it. It's all about belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your power, and belief in your process. Hey, Barrett Ermy, so nice to see you. Justina, how can I manifest? Actually, it's not Justina. I gave you an extra A. I'm sorry, Justine. Justine Osina, there's your A. I knew it was there somewhere. How can I manifest improvements in my ability to better communicate with others and foster deeper connections? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's see what we got. Improvement in my ability to better communicate with others and foster deeper connections. Well, it all depends on who you're trying to connect to. I think the first thing you have to do, my friend, is look at the people you're trying to connect to. And if these are, there are relationships of necessity and relationships of choice. Relationships of necessity, people at work, in-laws, whatever, the people that you have to deal with, even though you really wouldn't want to. With those people, be honest with yourself about how you feel about them and who they are, so you can rise above it. If there are people that are people of choice in your life and you're trying to pretend there's something better there than what there is, see the truth and don't even try, right? Okay. Now, with those where it really is appropriate to try, there's some family stuff for you, things from the family you grew up in where you did not learn good communication. And so you might have to undo some family trauma, some ancestral trauma, in order to be able to hear and see and communicate. This is not your failing. It did not start with you. At the very least, it's family of origin or perhaps many generations ancestral. So recognize it at that deep level. And then you can do the work to be able to do that. And then you can communicate with anyone, but you will not feel responsible for fixing broken people who are not willing to let you help them anyway. And you will not feel responsible for maintaining relationships that are not appropriate. How was that? It was a lot there, right? Okay. Oh, Barrett, you joined us at 12:22. You go. Okay. So Barrett Ermy, Hanged Man reversed for me is time to take control. Hop down out of that situation, start dancing and take control. That's what that was. Okay, Melissa, so nice to see you. Oh, I just overscrolled. Okay. How can I best utilize the upcoming new moon and eclipse energy? And Melissa, thank you so much for being a member here. Really appreciate you. Oh my gosh. You see me shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, and you're the third person to get the Empress reversed. So we're going to say for you too, my friend, ancestral healing. Perhaps this is a time for ancestral healing for a lot of us. And why wouldn't it be? It makes a lot of sense. Really think about ancestral healing. If you don't have Nancy Hendrickson's book, Ancestral Tarot, I highly recommend it. And recognize that for you, your ultimate goal is finding the right partner. And I think that you can do some ancestral healing right now to manifest the right partner, without a doubt. So for manifesting, it's about manifesting the right partner. And for transformative work, it's ancestral healing. Oh, Justine, helpful for your questions about questions the other day. Good. That's excellent. Okay, Zuri, nice to see you. Yacht Zuri Shop. Thanks for being a member here. Always love those teachable moments. Yes, indeed. All right, what lesson in healing does the new moon have for me? Asks Zuri. And remember, Zuri's going to be our guest teacher on May 16th, teaching us about crystals. So you definitely want to be here for that. Lessons and healing does the new moon have for you? Ooh, how to let things go, how to heal from the past and not have it follow you around, how to release the things that do not serve you, and what doesn't serve you, a lot of the past story, and a lot of the things in your life where you have been asked to live in a certain way or do things in a certain way that was not in your best interest, that was not appropriate for you, releasing all of that to allow yourself to be in your full power. Does that make sense? Oh, Carrie, yes, brought tears to your eyes. Yes. Oh, and here comes Zuri with another question. What will it help me eclipse out of my life? Well, we just answered that question, girl. All that. Clumsy Clairvoyance, so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. What type of moon magic would benefit me the most? What a great question. Ooh. The moon, okay. Manifest. New moon to full moon, coming into your full creative spiritual power and your faith in that power. Yes, yes, yes. Do it, do it, do it. And Melissa, I ordered Nancy's book after last year's StarCon. Yes, so use that right now. Oh, Justine, I keep getting the Six of Wands reversed all week. That was deep. Going to have to watch the replay. Yay. And we like this deck, don't we? Oh, Zuri, perfect message for the upcoming eclipse. Nancy Hendrickson's book is great. I found out about you through her talk with you. Yes, yes, yes. Nesty, thanks for that. And Nancy Hendrickson is going to be doing a 3-hour intensive class at StarCon 2023, y'all. Y'all. So tickets will be available soon. All right. So from my perspective, I've answered every question here. If I accidentally missed you, please forgive me and please do reiterate. I want to thank all of you for being here. Get a ticket for class tonight. If you're local, you can join me in person or you can join me on Zoom. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Personal healing with tarot. How we use the tarot as a tool of healing. It's a 2-hour class. The ticket is $40. You get the ticket on my website, christianagodet.com. The link is right in the description. So please do join us for class. Also, notice all the helpful links in the description. You can book a reading with me. You can buy my books. You can take pre-recorded classes on Card and Craft Academy. You can sign up for my newsletter, which is what this is all about. Get the Tarot Topics weekly newsletter in your inbox every week. Look for a different topic each week. I will look forward to seeing y'all soon. Thank you so very, very much. You take really good care.